Hey guys, it's Chicken Tiger here. I cannot pronounce that for some reason right now. Don't know why. So today I am bringing you guys another art piece. I did this one actually a while ago. Um, if you can see, that says, ooh, I believe that's August 23rd. So this is a long time ago. Um, I did this. I did a collab with a friend. I don't have the footage of my end of it, but this is her drawing that she made. It's pretty good. I really like it. Let me turn it that way. And so I just printed copies of it and just kind of did a color swatch to find out what colors I went. And I stopped kind of halfway through because I figured out that I got the color scheme I wanted. So without further ado, I'll show you guys the final piece that was made and show you guys everything that happened. So here we go. So I started outlining things with the arms, and I would just work my way into the chest and all the rest of the dragon. So the whole theme of this dragon was water, and I kind of think it's obvious by the wings, and there's, I don't know. But the theme was water. This might be a bit of a long video. There was a lot of footage that I shot, just a lot of things going on in the video. But yeah. To me, one of the most difficult things about this piece was mostly the chest area and the feet. That was just mostly because I was running out of space on the bottom of my page um, for inking it, and it was just kind of weird to deal with. And then for the chest, it was really hard to figure out the colors I wanted because there were several areas, and I interpreted them as gems, but I had to figure out colors that went together for that, and you'll see that in a little bit. So I skipped forward in the video a little bit just because I had so much footage that I just kind of wanted to shorten down the video. You didn't really miss anything, just a little bit of inking, nothing too big. So around here in the video, I noticed that my Copic multiliner wasn't putting out any more ink, and that kind of upset me because the nib of the multiliner broke off. I don't know why, but it was really annoying. I was like halfway through the piece and it just ended up breaking right here. It really annoyed me. It was an expensive pen, and it was just really annoying that it broke. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because of that, but if you guys still want to get it and you have the money for it, go ahead. I'm just saying that the .3 that I used broke pretty easily. After that whole dilemma, I went ahead and used my microns. Um, I was going to use the .3 pen, but it turned out that it was thinner than my Copic .3, so I used the .5 out of the microns. Um, the line variation in size wasn't too big, so that's why I went ahead and used that, just because it was more uniform with the rest of the picture. And once again, I went ahead and skipped ahead a little bit because I know you guys have lives too, so I just wanted to shorten down the video again. So at this point I went ahead and started coloring. My base color was my B02 and my my highlight color was B00 and my dark color was B05. After this picture I did another picture with the B02, so that marker dried out really quick, and just recently I ordered a refill for that, so now that marker has more ink in it, so I can keep using that one again. The blending between those three colors was a little bit difficult because B00 was such a light color and B05 was such a dark color. So I had to keep going over a couple times just to get the right kind of fade into each other, so that way it doesn't look too patchy or anything like that. So right here I stopped focusing on the fur, or whatever you want to call that, and I started to move into the chest. So I used my teal colors. I'm not sure what markers they were. I believe I used BG47 and BG15, if I'm not mistaken. Probably am, but whatever. I really like the teal gradient I got for that part of the picture. It looks really cool, the fade is really nice, and that's one of my favorite parts of the picture. To do the kind of spikes on its back was a little bit difficult. I went back and forth with a couple ideas with a light tip for the spikes and a dark tip, and I ended up going with the dark one just because I thought it looked better. And I just went up and down the back of it doing that same color scheme. I had the same kind of decision to make with the claws. I didn't know whether to go for a light tip or a dark tip, and I think I went with a lighter tip, just that way it wouldn't be all too much the same, a little bit of contrast in between the spikes and the claws. skipping ahead once again, I mostly finished most of the picture. Mostly, whatever. I used a yellow and an orangish kind of color for the horns, and I used a BV17, I believe, for the spikes on the head right there. I believe that's all I did with this section of it. Later on I went in and colored the frost a little bit of a different gray right here. So yeah, that's about it for this part. So while editing this, I noticed there was a little bit of a space where I didn't really do anything and it was just still. So I went ahead and cut that out just to give a little bit more drawing time rather than just sitting there. I think I used the same colors for the tail. I think it's a tail, but I used the same colors for that as the chest area. And so to just about wrap up the picture, I went in with a BV17 also again for the inside of the wings, and I used a slightly different color for the drops for inside the wings. So thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed making this piece, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.